All right, so let's talk about that piece. Way back in the summer, we had this discussion when we were still in Chicago, I remember. But you wrote a piece for Sports on Earth, the top 100 college football coaches of all time, and you ranked them. You had Bear Bryant, number 1. Nick Saban, number 3, as we can see on our screen right now. How might this change, though, if Saban catches the Bear with a 6th national championship?
I considered putting Saban number 1 in the summer, and if they win, I think I would probably vault him to the top. Bear Bryant and also Fielding Yost from Michigan, back when national titles were not as scientific, or at least as agreed upon, both had 6 national championships. Though, if Saban wins this one, it'll be his 6th. He had 1 at LSU. He has 4 in the last 7 years at Alabama. That would give him 6, and he's presumably still has a lot of time left in his career if he wants it. So I think, especially now, where it is probably a little bit, it's harder to win national championships now because, number 1, there's no split national championships. Number 2, rosters are smaller. There's the 85 scholarship limit, something that Bear Bryant didn't have to deal with. Should be a little bit more parity, but there isn't, because Alabama has been so dominant under Saban, who, number 1 recruiting class every year, survives assistant coaching attrition, just does everything to put Alabama in a position to succeed and to win back-to-back titles twice, which he won in 2011, 2012, and could do again, would be really, really, really remarkable. And I think he already has a strong argument as the best coach ever. And if they beat Clemson, I think if I redid it next summer, I would probably put Saban number 1.
So if they were to win, yes, as you said, 5 championships in 8 years there for Nick Saban in Alabama, when else have we seen a run like this in college football?
I think that goes back to Bernie Bierman at Minnesota did it in the 30s and early 40s, won, I think, 5 and 8 years or close to that. So we haven't really seen it. I mean, Bear Bryant obviously had dominant years, and John McKay won a lot of titles at USC in the 60s and 70s, but nobody has just dominated the sport like Nick Saban and Alabama have. And he has great players, and it's easier to win with great talent, but he recruits that great talent, and that's part of the job too, and puts them in position to succeed. And he's also adapted. He's been flexible. He's often seen as this rigid old school guy, but we've seen their offense change, and we've seen their defense adapt the past few years too. They've gotten faster, lighter, a little bit more aggressive on defense. And so, Saban, while, Les Miles was his top rival for a few years, got fired for not adapting. Saban's adapted better than anybody. And, you add all those factors in, and he certainly has a very, very strong argument as the best coach ever.
Can he be happy, Matt, just winning national championships at the college level, given how the NFL experience didn't go so well, and maybe like Pete Carroll, go back up and try to see if he can win a Super Bowl?
I guess it's still possible, though. It's almost now or never pretty soon. I mean, in terms of his career, it seems like he's pretty happy for as happy Nick Saban is capable of being at Alabama. I thought maybe a couple of years ago he would have gone to Texas and wanted a new start and one more challenge. But right now, I don't know. I don't really see him leaving, but who knows? I mean, if the right NFL job comes along and offers him, $10 million a year, I think he'd probably think about it.